Good idea. Let's look inside it. Huh? What's this? A photograph? Oh, he is the boyfriend. Oh, they look so happy. Hey, this is... Azura Summers and Marlon Rhymes. Mr. Rhymes, you and Azura Summers were a couple, weren't you? So what if we were a couple? Doesn't have anything to do with the captain's case. You believe you saw the orca kill your girlfriend. That's the cause of your sadness. Isn't that emotion of yours connected to the current case?
Silence!
The only thing you revealed was the witness's relationship with the victim a year ago. What does the witness's past have to do with the case at hand? I don't know yet. But I'll find out. But we managed to pinpoint the source of his sadness. Now let's delve into who Mr. Rhymes is angry at. The orca shot the captain up into the air. Okay. Captain came down, slammed into the water. Oh yeah, the spectators no longer exist. Oh, I can still remember the captain's dead body clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, I freaked. I'm gonna say, who's he angry at? I would probably have to guess Paula. Mr. Rhymes, you're angry with Ola, aren't you? Angry? At an orca? Why would I be? If you think I have some reason to be mad, then show me some proof. Do I have proof that Mr. Rhymes has a reason to be mad? I've got your proof. I bet that evidence we just took a look at will come in handy here. My god, do they have to be so hand-holdy? Jesus. This charm indicates that you were Azura Summer's boyfriend. I'm sure you believe Ola killed your girlfriend a year ago. You lost your girlfriend, and so you've been angry at Ola. Alright. I'll admit it. I'll never forgive that orca. Azura is dead and that orca is still swimming around happy as a clam. I became an animal keeper just so I could prove that orca is a killer. You're right. I want that orca to pay. There. Do you feel good dragging up a person's past? But it still doesn't change anything. Still not down to 0. Jesus. Ah, he's right. I disagree. It does change things. His out-of-control emotion quieted down. Now we should be able to find out the truth behind that emotion. Wait, so now we can actually do like a proper? Oh, there we go. Perfect. So in the show pool, the orca shot the captain up into the air. Right, so now I'm just looking for an emotion that doesn't match. Then the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember it clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, I freaked. Oh, there we go. He ain't shocked. Yeah. He should have been surprised. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, you freaked? Really? What are you getting at? With Mr. Plume as a witness, Ola was guaranteed to be accused of the murder. Didn't it work out exactly as you'd hoped? In order to have Ola put down, you made sure Mr. Plume witnessed that scene. Oh god. Ew, his face. There we go, we got it. Whew. Bye-bye. So, you figured all that out, did you? Mr. Rhymes? Are you admitting it? I didn't really want to have to fight anybody but the orca. But you leave me no choice. Whoa, what the fuck? Holy crap. What? What? Holy shit, he's jacked. Wow. What? Oh my god, I have no words. What the fuck just happened? You went from a guy built like me to someone who's jacked as fuck. And all he did was drink... I don't know, actually. What was in that barrel? Where'd he get the fish from? Okay. Jesus. Now it's time to get serious. Oh, he also raps. Oh my god. I would actually try and read this, but there's no way I'd be quick enough. Bro, I'm ready for the showdown. What the hell just happened? What is going on? Where did this pirate fellow come from? He looks like a completely different person. Look at him! I'm so confused. Where'd he get the fish? Order. If we don't have order, Prosecutor Blackwell will yell at us. I think Blackwell's also shocked. This guy's ripped. Even Prosecutor Blackwell is at a loss for words. Not surprised. Look at him! So I plan to have that wench be a witness. You caught me out. It be true, I thought that Orca's murderous ways should be found out. That be why I schemed to have De Plume see the body. Oh, this DLC is awesome. It's one of the best cases in the game, honestly. It's so bizarre, but incredible. Anyway, how's it going? So you admit it, you deliberately framed Orla. It be true. But what skin be that off of anybody's nose? That Orca be a murdering scurvy dog. God, he became a full-fledged pirate. I may have a grudge against that Orca, but I always felt grateful toward the captain. I don't know. I'm still shocked at how buff he became. My god. All he did was drink, I'm assuming, like, water. Actually, we don't really know what was in that barrel. Could have been anything. Wasn't that what the fish were in? Ooh. The Orca murdered Azora and the captain, so of course, she should walk the plank. I don't have a response to that. I agree it wouldn't make any sense for him to kill the owner. Why would he? But his hatred for Orla, on the other hand, comes through loud and clear. Wait a minute. If killing Mr. Shipley doesn't make sense, who would it make sense for Rhymes to kill? Orla? Maybe my theory has been all wrong. Your Honor, I think I just became aware of a new fact. Oh, and what is that? Now that we know about Mr. Rhymes's intense hatred of Orla, it turns the premise we've been arguing under on its ear. I will now reveal the identity of the individual Mr. Rhymes meant to kill from the start. Oh no. He meant to kill Orla? Did Shipley die, like... Was it accidental? Like, in trying to kill Orla, he ended up killing Shipley instead? I mean, yeah, it was Orla he was trying to kill. What? So the witness's intent was to kill the Orca? Exactly. The witness's intended victim was not Jack Shipley. From the start, it was all a scheme to kill Orla. The Orca was his true target, but Jack Shipley is the one who died. The Orca is alive and quite well. He's right. He wanted to kill the Orca, and yet it was Jack Shipley who fell to his death. How did that happen? I think we literally just mentioned it. He fell to his death. Wait a minute. What if Mr. Rhymes wanting to kill Orla was somehow connected to Mr. Shipley's death? At a loss for words, are you? What happened to your bravado a moment ago? Or of a moment ago? Enough of these reckless words, without any basis in fact. Ooh. They aren't reckless words. The basis for my claim is... Oh, is that the real murder scene? The show pool? What are you talking about? It's my contention that two incidents happened at the show pool. The attempted murder of the Orca, and the victim falling to his death. First of all, in order to kill the Orca, Mr. Rhymes removed something from the scene. And by so doing... Oh, wait. Wouldn't by doing so make more sense? Whatever. He made it possible for Mr. Shipley to fall to his death. What did he remove? The water, of course. This is what Mr. Rhymes removed in an attempt to kill Ola. I can literally just do that. Boop. The water! Don't tell me you're trying to claim he tried to kill the orca by draining the pool water. That's exactly what I'm claiming. To help the defendant with the cleaning, Marlon Rhymes took charge of Ola, with the plan to kill Ola in the show pool. And because the pool water was drained, he fell to his death. It made it possible for Jack Shipley to fall to his death in the show pool. Jesus. Was that Marlon? Who said hold it? What the fuck? Oh god! Ah crap, I didn't get to read it, I clicked. So what did he say? I tried to kill the orca, you say? Can you even prove there was nary a drop of water in the pool? That day I was simply looking after the orca. Why would I have the monstrous thought of killing it? Oi oi oi. You claim you were looking after Ola in the early morning hours of July 20th. Yeah, just a tad. Just biting into a fish, constantly. Ugh, lovely. But I don't think you were doing a very good job at it. After all, Ola wasn't given anything to eat during that time. How would you know such a thing? Torpedo! I know because of Ola's record here in the Torpedo data system. This system continuously records data on the subject it monitors. From Ola's record, we can tell exactly when she ate, or didn't eat. Sink me! Nobody ever told me about that dastardly contraption. Only a few of Shipshape Aquarium staff knew about the system. According to Ola's record, she never ate in those early morning hours of the 20th. You planned to kill Ola, and that's why you didn't feed her. You're wasting time. What proof do you have of that? Perhaps the orca simply wasn't hungry. He's right. I don't have any proof. If Ola simply didn't eat, then what? That would create an inconsistency. Where did her fish go? Her fish? Good question. Where did it disappear to? Fish? What does it matter? What relevance does it have to the case? Cease this stalling by asking inconsequential questions. Stop delving into the depths of the orca's stomach and delve into the case instead. But wait, it may seem like a small inconsistency, but it's an issue of great importance, I think. What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? Oh, you'll find out, Judgy. Oh, how could the fish disappear? Somebody must have eaten it. So who came to the show stage and ate all his fish? I think I might have a pretty good idea. I believe there must have been a visitor to the show stage that Mr. Rhymes didn't notice. Visitor? Are you trying to introduce yet another suspect at this 11th hour? If you utter more of your careless remarks, Taka won't look favourably upon it. I don't plan to utter any careless remarks. Whether my remarks will actually be related to the case or not, I don't yet know. Don't worry, boss. If Taka comes this way, I'll fend him off. But do try to keep your remarks careful. Somehow, all his fish disappeared. Somebody must have visited the show stage, but who? This was the visitor to the show stage. Herman Crab. Yep, Herman, he loves those fish. No, obviously it's Rifle. There's even evidence it was Rifle. I believe Rifle the Penguin visited the show stage. First an orca, now a penguin? Why would you be saying such a thing, Mr. Lawyer? I didn't see Rifle during the wee early morning hours. Do you have any proof Rifle visited the show stage? If you be a lawyer of any sort, show me your evidence. The bottom of Rifle's feet were pink for some reason. That fact is a clue that Rifle was indeed at the show stage. I have to present that piece of evidence that connects Rifle to the show stage. Now to prove I'm a lawyer worth my salt. This is the proof that Rifle visited the show stage. The sign! Where the sign? There it is. Ta-da! Handmade sign. Oh my, what a cute little sign. Look at all of those adorable stars. These stars are actually starfish. Miss Buckler painted this sign. And she left it to dry. In the early morning hours of the 20th, she left this sign at the show stage to dry. Mr. Rhymes kept an eye on the sign for Miss Buckler while the paint was drying. Aye, that be true. But what be your point? On this sign is proof that Rifle visited the show stage. Proof of the penguin's visit? I'm afraid I don't see it. Oh, you will. Where is this proof that the penguin visited the show stage? Please, point it out. Oh, you got it. Bada boom! Bada bing! They don't look much like starfish. A couple of the pink starfish are shaped a little differently from the others. Ah, you're right. They look almost like little leaves. Rifle had pink paint on the bottom of her feet. These little leaf-like shapes on this sign are actually Rifle's footprints. Rifle made these footprints by walking on the sign before it was dry. Ho-ho! What cute little penguin prints. So there are footprints. What of them? Marlon Rhymes was watching over this sign at the show stage while the paint dried. And during that time, the penguin paid a visit. According to the torpedo data system... Oops. We know that Rifle ate something that morning of the 20th. Most likely, Rifle ate the fish meant for Orla that was at the show stage. Orla's snack was a small quantity of fish. Even a penguin could have eaten it all. Begad! Rifle ate Orla's fish. Who be ye to say Rifle ate Orla's fish? She could have picked up food anywhere. But that doesn't change the fact that I really was at the show stage. After all, I had to help move the Skull Rock. It couldn't have been moved without me. The witness claims he never saw the penguin. How do you explain this contradiction? Both Mr. Rhymes and Rifle were at the show stage, but Mr. Rhymes didn't see her. So where could Mr. Rhymes have been at that time? Right, Dono. If you aren't up to the task, I could disprove this witness's testimony for you. Also, I don't really know what you're trying to ask. If you're asking me if I'm going to play Halo 5, the answer's no. I have other games I want to play today, and I'm currently in the middle of playing one. If I leave it to Prosecutor Blackwell, Sasha will get declared guilty. I can't let him interrupt this line of reasoning. I also don't think I have Halo 5 installed, which would mean I'd have to install a 100 gig game, which I don't really fancy doing. Mr. Wright, let's try and figure out how things looked when Rifle came to the show stage. Mr. Rhymes was at the show stage, keeping an eye on Orla and the sign. And we know it must be true, because he helped move the Skull Rock. Then a Rifle came in and walked over the sign. But wouldn't Mr. Rhymes notice Rifle if he was there? Well, let's think about where Mr. Rhymes could have been. Is there a place in the show stage area from which Rifle couldn't have been seen? Yes. In the water, or more so at the bottom of the pool. What? Inside the pool? But you're right, if he was inside the pool, he wouldn't have noticed Rifle. So you're saying Mr. Rhymes was underwater the whole time Rifle was eating? The water wasn't there. Not underwater. When I think about what he was trying to do, the answer is clear. Now I'm finally starting to get the whole picture. Just like yesterday. Must you two always be whispering to each other? I forgot he broke his chains. Why don't you admit that resorting to a penguin will get you nowhere? Objection! Hey, these are, substantiated claims. We're not just talking bullshit here. Oh, I don't know about that. The fact that Mr. Rhymes didn't notice Rifle is such a small inconsistency. But it's a key point that proves what Mr. Rhymes was trying to do. The penguin is a key point. The show stage pool is very deep. If Rifle came to visit while Mr. Rhymes was at the bottom of this pool, he would have never noticed Rifle. Uh-oh! Orcas can be out of the water for a short time without sustaining damage. But if they're out of the water for a long time, they weaken and eventually die. In order to kill Orla, Mr. Rhymes had to drain the pool. And while the pool was drained of water, Mr. Shipley fell to his death. The show stage pool is about 65 feet deep, just like the Orca pool. Without water in the pool, a person could be made to fall 65 feet. Uh-oh. It's all falling apart, Rhymes. Mr. Rhymes probably wondered what to do. If he continued with this plan to kill Orla, how would he dispose of Mr. Shipley's body? So he devised a plan to kill two birds with one stone. What? How? Mr. Rhymes went down to the bottom of the pool and put the victim's body in the rock. And then had Miss Buckler move the rock and the body together.
Silence.
And the witness made the defendant do this somehow without arousing her suspicion. That's right. Mr. Shipley told Miss Buckler that she couldn't perform in the new show. Oops. Miss Buckler became upset and wanted to switch back to the old version of the show. So Mr. Rhymes conveniently suggested that she take and hide a prop for the new show. Mr. Rhymes then manipulated Orla, using her singing and lightsaber tricks. He schemed to have Orla find the body while Mr. Plume would be standing witness. He saddled Orla with the false charge of murder so that Orla would be put down. He wondered what he could do and took steroids. Yeah, look at him! Oh god! Ew, he just bled from his, like, holes. So the fact that the witness didn't see the penguin shows that when Rifle visited the show stage, Rhymes was putting the body in the rock. At the bottom of the pool, that is. Who would have thought the presence of a penguin could prove the witness's actions? It's working. Just a little farther now, and Sasha will be proven not guilty.
Silence.
If you think you've won this battle, you are sorely mistaken. Your theory is based on the notion that the witness could manipulate the Orca. Witness, can you control the Orca's actions? Don't even deny it, dude. I know you can. Of course not. What kind of bilge be that? I be but a simple animal keeper. You are also Azura Summer's boyfriend. You know, the person that she kept sending videos to? If my memory serves, wasn't Miss Buckler the only one who could issue commands to the Orca? Yeah, but that's not true. Uh-oh. Although that's the impasse we're gonna reach at this point. The judge's blade is sharper than the lawyer's. If you wish to do battle with a witness, you'll need a honed blade. Where's your sword of evidence that Marlon Rhymes could manipulate the Orca? My hair! Thankfully, another one just comes back. Conveniently. Crap. Rhymes had to have manipulated Orla in order for his plan to work. But how can I prove it? Well, it appears this line of reasoning has become unsustainable. Oh. Well, it appears that I was mistaken. Athena? I've analysed the hearts of all kinds of people. I've had enough experience to see when I look into your heart that you haven't given up. So that objection was my way of speaking up for your heart. Okay. She's right. Why would I become a lawyer again, only to give up? I have to keep fighting. Athena, thank you. With your help, I've remembered the old right way. The right way. What is this right way? Your Honor, I'm not finished with presenting my argument. Do you have anything else to ask this witness? You've cross-examined all the witnesses and presented all your evidence. There's one. All the witnesses? Oh no, I know where this is heading. I don't think so. I haven't cross-examined the most important one, the central figure in both cases. The central figure? It's gotta be. Oh, why? The one involved in not only the case a year ago, but in this current case too. I've never called her as a witness, but it's time to do so now. Who are you talking about? I demand you tell the court immediately. Who is this central figure in both cases? Oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this. The Orca! The defense calls the central figure in both cases Orla the Orca. You intend to cross-examine an Orca? Cross-examine an Orca? You must be addled. It'd be impossible, says I. Oh, fuck's sake. This absurdity is beyond the pale. For once I agree. How do you expect to question an orca, a creature incapable of speech?
Objection!
Orla is intricately involved in this case. I have every right to cross-examine her. Oh my god. Besides, even if she can't speak, I think cross-examining her will be invaluable. Yeah. We get to see her cute face. Again. Very well. Do what you will then. But if you fail to garner anything from this little exercise with the orca, I hope you realise the reward for your efforts will be the defendant's guilty verdict. Understood. I'm ready and confident. So, cross-examining Orla, huh? That was a bold move, boss. Now all we have to do is figure out how Mr. Rhymes manipulated Orla. That's right. Now it's Orla's turn to help us save Sasha. An orca defendant yesterday, an orca witness today. This is truly unprecedented. But even though this is highly unusual, I'm prepared to allow it. Bailiff, ready the witness telecast. We'll have a 10-minute recess while the telecast is being set up. Oh, wow. The absurdity never ends. Oh, God. To be continued. Holy crap, that took an hour and a half. Jesus. I thought I'd be over with it in like an hour. Not an hour, in like 2 hours. Oh well. Okay. Whew. Oh, that's why I love these games. So who do we talk to outside of here? Yeah, flashback to Polly. Polly was an incredibly brief cross-examination, though. I think it's purely because in the first game we were trying to get one specific piece of testimony out of her, but we never did. But yeah, that was also absurd. And great. Whew! Leave it to you to think of something like calling Orla, Mr. Wright. Well, she's the only one who knows all the answers after all. I just talked to Pearls, and she said, Orla seems to be feeling fine. Now we have to try and figure out how Mr. Rhymes manipulated Orla. If we put Mr. Rhymes and Orla together, maybe we can get some kind of clue? And I can't forget about that strange set of prints of Rhymes's either. I really appreciate you're trying to save both Orla and me. I had no idea Marlon hated Orla like that. I feel like I've been shocked by a torpedo ray. Of course he would hate the killer whale that murdered his girlfriend right in front of him. Oh, Mr. Bloom. You've been watching the trial? Oh yes, I came to make a declaration of war. A declaration of war? No matter what the result of today's trial, I will report the truth in my new book. Even if that truth goes against what I wrote in The Killer Whale. I don't know what the truth is. Not even about what happened a year ago. Dr. Crab. Azura died right in front of my eyes, in the middle of a pirate show. She suddenly fell from the orca's back and began to thrash around in pain. The orca was singing a song and then started headbutting Azura over and over. Finally, the orca took Azura in her mouth and brought her to the side of the pool. Just before she died, Azura was holding her chest, in obvious pain. She was holding her chest. Wait a minute. Could it be? I don't think Orla was to blame for that incident a year ago either. What? Remember what Apollo told us. I think the cause of Miss Summers' death might have been her heart condition. Heart condition? What heart condition? I never heard anything about it. Miss Summers had a prescription with Hickfield Clinic for a heart condition. The orca didn't kill her. I think it's possible her heart condition did. What? Azura had a heart condition too? I guess she hid it from everybody. Just like I did. So that means... the orca was innocent a year ago too. It's just a theory, but I think the orca headbutted Azura to check on her. And then did the lifesaver trick to rescue her. So there was no need to put the orca down after all. So, you really did intend to put Orla down? No, Jack and I were against such a thing from the start. But you said you were going to euthanize the orca. Yeah, I've been wondering about that. Dr. Crab, about this capsule. It's not a poison, but a sleeping drug, right? That's right. Even if Ola attacked someone, or even if the Center for Dangerous Animal Control demands she be put down, I never had any intention of killing her. I would use sleeping pills to make it look like she was dead and then set her free. That's why I purchased so many sleeping capsules. Oh, that's why. I never considered the possibility that poor woman's death was an illness. She seems pretty disturbed to be wrong. I simply want to know the truth. That is why I will tell you who my client is. The day I witnessed the owner's death, I was there at the request of the animal keeper. Marlon! Marlon Rhymes. That is correct. That day my client called me to ask me to investigate the orca pool. He must have wanted you to witness what Ola was going to do. Why did you decide to tell us this? My desire to protect my client was standing in the way of the truth. I couldn't allow that. I will be watching to see how this all unfolds. Good luck to you. Blue and yellow duo. I like her. Well, that was quite a bombshell she just dropped. And so casually, too. That one really is a free spirit. Do you remember what you said yesterday, Mr. Lawyer? That you'd expose any secret if it would help save Sasha? I remember. It's my duty as a lawyer. Well, I just wanted you to know that I don't blame you for exposing the aquarium secret. It may put me in hot water, but if it helps save the orca... Let me clue you in on another secret. Focus on the orca's song. The orca's song, huh? What could he be hinting at? Oh, Mr. Wright. Looks like it's time. Alright, let's go back in. Let's do this. You got it, boss. We're gonna go in there and save Sasha and Ola together. Oh god, my throat. All this reading's starting to get to me. The court will now reconvene. Is the witness Aura Shipley, commonly known as Ola, ready? Well, the orca is present, but I highly doubt she understands what's going on. Oh, look at her! Oh, just as adorable as yesterday. I distinctly remember you being afraid of her on several occasions. Now then, Mr. Wright, how do you propose to cross-examine the witness? I intend to have the young lady there with Ola help me. Hello, everyone. That young lady. Didn't I meet her once before? A long time ago? Yes, that's Pelfay, my old friend. Well, well, didn't she grow up to be a lovely young lady? I have no interest in this chit-chat. On with the cross-examination. Mr. Wright,